What's going on, guys? Multikillshd here, as most of you guys probably already know. So today I'm going to be talking about something that Wings of Redemption made a couple days ago on Painkiller 107. This may be uploaded at a later date, depending on me debating it to be uploaded, but today is 9/17. So what I want to talk about today is something, Wings of Redemption said on Painkiller already, like I said, that's caused a lot of controversy, and most likely, I believe he misworded it, but he had a lot of valid points. Alright, so basically what he called out in his podcast, Painkiller, already, he basically came out and said MLG players take less skills, or skill, really, than a normal person would in a pub match to be a pub stomper. Now, that was what caused controversy. What takes more practice to be good at? It's definitely it's a pub stomper. To be a pub star, it's a lot harder to do. And, all the people that are in MLG are going to disagree. But I've been on both sides of the fence, I've been to the MLG events. I've been to top on GB, basically. And what I have more fun doing is public matches. Now, the reason I have more fun on public matches than I would at a competition is because you're playing against the same people over and over and over again. You can watch gameplays of the past against the person and know how their play style usually is, or usually the routes, whatnot. It's just ridiculous how much people spend. It's like watching a football game. The other team's coach, they sit there for hours and hours and hours reviewing film to know what they are going to do. It's no different in Major League Gaming. They do the same exact thing. I've done it. That's the sad part. But honestly, it takes more skill to actually be a pub star. And the reason I say this is, this doesn't happen a lot, but I'm going to use an example. One of my friends named Quad Grenades. I met this guy in a public match. He was going to be on the other team, and we only had 8 players, so I backed out and invited him. I just thought he had a cool name, and I didn't KD or win-loss check him at all. I was about to go against somebody that was extremely good, and I had no idea that he was even that good. For example, the guy had an 8.96 kill-death ratio. And before you guys say, oh yeah, all he does is dashboard, I thought the same thing at the beginning when I seen his stats. And then I realized that he had a 45 or 48 win-loss ratio. And at that point I'm like, oh yeah, he definitely is going to dashboard. But then the fact that he was in the first game with us on Village and Domination, dropped 98 kills and 2 deaths, and a Moab in the first try, I knew the guy was legit. And now, why am I bringing up this point? That's a very good point. The reason I want to bring this up is because public matches are unpredictable, where, MLG is restricted guns, restricted to perks, restricted to attachments, restricted to maps, restricted to modes. Wings of Redemption said, he'd like to see RPGs, and I totally agree. If MLG players had no restrictions, but they were set on maps and modes that they had no idea that they were going to be playing, would that not be more interesting? Think about that. Would you not want to see people running around with real kill streaks instead of running around with specialists or no kill streaks at all? What would you do? Would you have a team running support? Would you have a team running assault? Would you have a team running all specialist? It's unpredictable. That's why public matches are more fun in my opinion, and that's why I left the competitive scene. I don't want to sit there and play hard hat for 2 to 3 hours just to get a map win in a private match, to say that. Yes, money is involved in MLG, but pub stomping, or being in a pub star, is also involved with money too. If you're good at it, and you have a YouTube channel, and you have a decent commentary, you can also get paid. So really, Wings of Redemption may have misworded his words or mixed them up a little bit, but Wings of Redemption had a very valid point. If all these MLG players, we know they're good. He never called them bad once. But if they had no restrictions, wouldn't it be a lot more entertaining to watch? And, with them handing out all this money and nobody hardly watching the games anymore, you would think that they would change it up. The company of MLG has been bankrupt since the time I was playing, and that was in 08. Or 07 even. They were having bankruptcy problems all over the place when I was still in it. And Wings of Redemption said, there would be a lot more people watching it if they weren't restricted to anything they used, and they had any method they could use, just certain maps. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys agreed with me on this. And as always, I'm Multikillshd, and I'm out.